building online training platforms for both organizations and institutions.
Train and learn by utilizing technology.
Tell us a little bit about the difference between LMS
And a virtual learning environment.
What is the difference? Yeah. Where he was. Right.
Got a museum.
Hi. He's the one kind of running it. All right, very excited here. As we know nowadays, you know what? Your network is your net worth. And so when my friend Julian here told me about my friends, about her friends that are coming from South Africa that are visiting, I was like, I have to meet them because I was so excited when I looked at their LinkedIn to see what they're doing. What's the name of?
Lightbulb Edtech.
Exactly, Lightbulb.
Edtech.
Edtech,
So
okay.
Education technology shortened.
Oh, okay. Tell me a little bit about that. And first of all, tell us your name, so at least, because I'm gonna make sure like my people take advantage of this and benefit from what you're doing. I looked at your LinkedIn; it was just amazing, and I said I have to meet you and increase my net worth by increasing my network. So I'm here to hear a little bit about what you do there. And Julian, I want to say thank you so much, and Ronnie and Derek, thank you so much. And Raymond back there. The food is, we've already enjoyed the food, the meat, the dinner together. It's amazing. So I just want to hear, tell us your name first, and then what you do in this business. Your
Organization.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. So my name is Alan Mushabi. I am the founder and CEO of Lightbulb Edtech. So Lightbulb Edtech essentially is a software company. Our key focus is on building online training platforms for both organizations and institutions. One of the key benefits or differences that we try to convey or bring across is the ability to make sure that the platforms that we create work for the organization or the institution that we're deploying it in.
Wow.
And what that basically means is it will help to make sure that all the training and learning goals are achieved through like the course content that's being created on the platform, how the actual platform works with the different users that are on it, and also ensuring that the overall strategy is actually achieved at the end of the day. The other benefits is also making sure that everything is interactive, all on a single platform, and also at a more cost-effective usage of infrastructure, plus also accessibility. So basically, individuals can access the services from pretty much any device, anywhere they may be on the planet, essentially.
That's amazing.
So those
Wow,
are the key
because
aspects.
actually I have this coaching business. I coach and mentor people that are wanting to transition into IT. My website is epcoconsulting.com, but I definitely have been looking to get some opportunities to create like a learning system, learning management system, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, and it's just like amazing that we were able to meet here, because I'm definitely looking forward to take advantage of your services and create like a coaching curriculum that my people can follow and succeed. So that's like something that I'm definitely looking at. So what is the difference between LMS and CRM?
Okay, so CRM is primarily focusing on just the the contact management or the customer management of information. So it's usually just like data that you're collecting about or profiling about the customer that you're working with. That could be email information, it could be addresses, possibly stock that they might be taking if you're providing a product or service, and not necessarily and that's essentially the core framework for that particular system. An LMS, in turn, is more of a content management component, allowing you the ability to provide learning to individuals on demand.
Wow.
So if you
that's
wanted
amazing.
to create courses or programs for individuals to complete on the program,
Yeah.
you could basically utilize an LMS to do that. But
So Ronnie, I hope you're hearing this, because Ronnie and I, we do coach and train on the side as well to, as our side gigs to help people succeed in this IT industry as data engineers. And it's even Julian being in data engineering as well. Data is everything. We know that
100%.
numbers don't lie, and that's why we take advantage of this to make sure that people are aware of these services and they're aware of how data can really take you to the next level. And we know that information is power, so I'm so happy to hear that you're doing that. So let me ask you, so in the LMS system, as the students maybe are going through this kind of program, do they have a progress, like are they able to track their progress from module to module? Or
Yes.
is that like standardized, or is that custom depending on the business that
It's
whoever you're
completely
working
up to the client at the end of the day. You can basically do progress at the actual digital asset level. So basically in terms of like if you wanted to track them through like a module as an example, maybe
Right.
like a video that has like a number of like activities within that particular video. You can track, you put like a number of interactive components within the video, and let's say you have 10 of them, how to go through all 10.
Wow.
Then you can also then layer that by adding like more of those components as modules that you want them to all go through.
Yeah.
So then what ends up happening is you then have a sequence of those that you have to like individually complete as you're going through that particular course or program. So it's completely up to the client and like how complicated or sophisticated that particular course or curriculum needs to be.
Yeah.
And it's fully customizable. You can make it like one module type of thing, or you can make it a sequence of maybe 20.
Wow.
It's completely up to you as to how that curriculum needs to be deployed.
So do the students or the candidates that are going through this process, do they have to log in? They will get their credentials, log on to their LMS system.
So
It
yes,
is, yeah.
so it all depends. You could either just do it via like either email, or like even have a mobile device with a mobile number. They can use it that way. A lot of the times we have clients who may not have even used an email address before.
Yeah.
So in those cases, we try to utilize other mechanisms, either through like a identification number or a mobile number as a requirement. The options for them getting the notifications depend on what available contact information we have and what the mechanisms are.
What are
available.
their preferences?
Or their preferences.
Yeah.
So if it's going to be either like you can use it via like maybe for instance WhatsApp, email, or SMS, short message systems, text messaging, you can utilize those mechanisms to push it through to their devices, and then they can just click on a button and then they'll get their login information that way.
Wow, amazing.
So we try our best to make it as easy as possible.
Yeah, because a lot of people would probably have more easy access. They are mostly on their phones than being on their laptops. So being able to actually transition from laptop to mobile friendly layouts, those are very important to have.
Yeah.
And you did mention that you have the ability to embed, like YouTube videos or anything like that you can do it. That's really amazing. And so you're with...
Hi, my name is Sarah Edgerton. I'm the head of marketing at Lightbulb Edtech.
Awesome. Sarah is the head of marketing. So Sarah, what do you like most about working for your company here?
I think that we do have a really big impact on our clients' life, and not only the clients but the end users, because we really are shaping the way people train and learn by utilizing technology. I think we're changing the way people view upskilling themselves, or view online learning, or even just learning in general, because it's now given to them in a fun and interactive way. And I love that we can have that kind of impact on people's lives.
Wow.
And I also love that we try and break down barriers. We're not just handing them this massive application and saying like, go and do it. We're breaking down language barriers accessibility barriers by
Yeah.
allowing it to be accessible on a mobile device, or working with the client and the end users to ensure that the content is given to them in a language that they can fully, understand.
So how many languages do you usually provide in this LMS system? Is it?
It's completely dependent on the client.
Oh, really?
We had the one client out of the Middle East who was asking us for,
Yeah.
was it Gujarati and
Yeah.
Arabic.
Okay.
So
it
that
depends.
was it all depends on what their especially the end user, what they're going
The
to
end
be
user wants to.
utilizing.
I think
essentially.
the important part to understand about Lightbulb
Mhm.
and what we do is that we create customized platforms. So no platform looks the same,
Mhm.
no platform has the same content, and it's all with the end user and the client in mind.
I
So
see.
it's a bespoke solution for online learning, right? So the client will come to us with their needs or with their content or with their end users in mind, and we will create a platform thinking of that. So if the language isn't a problem, maybe accessibility is a problem, that's how we create the platforms. It's never like we only have these languages, this is only what we can do for you. It's
Wow.
here you have a problem, we can create a solution for you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So when you do, is there like an initial assessment that the clients need to do?
I don't know if I'd call it an assessment.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like a conversation that we would have.
Okay.
It's
We
almost
would
a
have
consultation.
Consultation,
Yeah, consultation
okay.
is
Yeah.
a better word for it. Like,
Absolutely. I do the same thing in my coaching. The first meeting I normally do is a consultation meeting
Yeah.
to be able to assess the needs of the client.
Yeah.
And then from there be able to kind of create maybe a customized journey for their success. All right, so we're gonna look at you said a use case.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's an example of content that you can have. It's one of our clients, previous clients, that had this video on their platform.
And you're gonna show us how it looks
Yeah,
like.
I'm just going to
Okay.
basically show you
Cool.
what it looks like.
All right.
Alright, so this is just a typical example of like a course whereby you want to learn probably like a health and safety component, and in this
So the video will
example,
play.
you would need to at each one of the circles. I don't know if you can see those.
Yeah.
Is you can pause the video and actually like embed like a question to see whether or not the guys have fully understood what it is that they just watched essentially.
Oh wow.
So these are the kind of interactions one can basically put in place in order to deliver more effective learning services.
It's amazing.
And it can be this is just one type of interaction. There's about 40 different types that you can choose from. This is probably like the most used and the most effective use of like digital media on these sort of platforms that are built essentially.
Awesome. Are those videos AI generated or?
It could be, but sometimes depending on how sophisticated it requires or the videos need to be, we also work with various third-party studios who can also create augmented reality and
Based on
virtual
the requirements,
reality content as well.
Okay. Awesome. So if the customer wants to reach you the first time, where do they need to go and how do they get your information so they can contact you guys?
Yeah, so we do have a website. It's lightbulbedtech.com.
Okay.
And we also are on LinkedIn, which is also Lightbulb Edtech. You can reach us at both platforms as well. We're also on Instagram and on Facebook. But yeah,
That's the easiest.
By the same handles?
Yeah.
I hope.
We're the only Lightbulb Edtech.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So it's a big light bulb
Right.
and it's blue.
So how long have you guys been in this business?
Since 2015.
Wow,
Yeah, so
that's
it's been-
amazing.
It's been a while. So
And your clientele growing. You are obviously, visiting
Yes.
the U.S. as well, and you have some of your clients here in the U.S. as well.
So at the moment, we're basically looking to expand,
Expand to the
primarily
US.
into just not the US, but the North American region.
Oh wow! In Canada. As well?
Canada
Yeah,
as
pretty
well,
much,
even so a lot of the parts of like Latin America as well,
Yeah.
something that we're going to be looking at going forward.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the key benefits is obviously this is a far bigger market,
Right.
and we've been attending a number of conferences within the US, which have basically highlighted to us where a lot of the opportunities lay. So we're trying to now look at the different states and regions where we can actually do deployments, and then try and grow from there in terms of like our overall expansion within the North American region.
So, what do you think about AI? Do you feel that AI is going to take your jobs, or
no,
do you
no.
feel that AI is going to
Actually,
help?
it's gonna. I'd probably say it's gonna enhance us because
Yeah.
we actually part of our product development plans is to integrate a lot of the AI components, especially
Wow.
within our content development aspects of things. There's a lot of
Yeah.
areas where we can actually automate those processes and make it a lot quicker and faster for the clients.
Right, right.
So usually, I mean, organizations, especially if we just look at the content development side of things, there are companies that we've worked with in the past where to get like a simple video out could take up to 8 months
Wow.
to get that done.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you could get something close to it or equivalent using the AI generation
Yeah.
and shorten that time even further, and then actually get together to make more pleasing content. It might not be like the most creative in terms of what a studio can do,
Yeah.
but it'll at least give you options at the end of the day, and that's the main idea we want to give to the clients, is to give them options in terms
Awesome.
of like a
Yeah.
low cost versus like the more high end expensive components that you can actually get.
That's amazing because e-learning has become one of the most one of the ways that a lot of people are acquiring knowledge and information. And so what made you venture into this? I mean, was it a personal need, or what made you start this company? And
Well, I kind of saw a bit of in my previous company, I kind of saw a bit of a gap,
Yeah.
Because we used to focus a lot on the infrastructure side of things.
yeah,
But the infrastructure wasn't necessarily being utilized effectively. So we would go deploy like computer systems and labs in different communities, and unfortunately, not enough training or usage of those facilities was
Yeah.
adequate. So we thought, you know what, let's actually build a platform that they can actually make use of, that can actually deliver real tangible impact to these communities, and
Absolutely.
be it a simple trade
Yeah.
or even education, it was an easy way to actually do that. So that was actually the core reason as to why
You
this
started.
was started. And the other
Yeah.
aspect that we also realized is that because of some of the environments we work in, the systems that are out there tend to be very cumbersome,
Yeah.
very complicated, which would lead to very low adoption.
yeah,
So you want to try and make it as simple and easy for the end user to make use of, so that they
Exactly.
actually use it at the end of the day. If you give them something that's overly complicated, you'll barely get any usage out of it. But if you can make it simple
more
and
user
easy
friendly,
to,
and
exactly.
yeah, even for the students, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Like when you have a simplest LMS system, that is more seamless, that it makes
More
it even
intuitive, essentially.
more intuitive,
Yeah.
makes it more exciting for you to go through the whatever training path that you have to completion. And that's really good. So I'm definitely gonna be one of your customers. I want to. That's why I'm here. I want to see what you guys can be able to do for EPCO
Awesome.
Consulting, so I can help more people upskill these trainings and get placed in IT. Sarah is going to tell us a little bit about the difference between LMS.
And a virtual learning environment.
What is the difference, Sarah?
So an LMS traditionally was an online platform where an individual can come and upload their content, and then another individual can complete the content,
Right.
and that was essentially it. a virtual learning environment is quite a lot more complex, and the best way that I can explain it is the only difference between a virtual learning environment and a traditional classroom is social distancing. So with Lightbulb, we see ourselves more as a virtual learning environment because we've integrated so many different tools on the platforms that we create that it is like an environment that is no different to a classroom.
Wow.
It's just their social
So if
distancing.
I have my people doing some of the program elements on Zoom, you can embed the Zoom on your.
Yeah, so we actually have
V.
our own platform called Floodlight. It's exactly the same as Zoom, but just obviously better. And that is on the platform itself. So
Wow.
you could stream similar to the way you would stream on
Zoom.
YouTube,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And people can watch you can have an unlimited amount of people watching you at the same time. Or you can use Floodlight, where it's more of an interaction, similar to Zoom, but obviously it's our own one on the platform.
Does it allow you to record some of this training, like when you're doing
Yeah,
them?
so you can record it, and the nice
Okay.
thing is, because it's on Lightbulb Edtech, we're able to track the entire class, if you want to call it that. So you can track who's coming on, how many people have joined. There's
activities.
polls
Their
on the
activities.
platform as well, so you can record the polls as well. How many times people spoke, what they spoke about. Literally the entire thing, we can record it, and you can track and monitor
Wow.
it as well.
That's amazing. What about, let's say we have an instructor who wants to conduct maybe a survey, and you know, like you know how you do the polls on Zoom, like interactive, like that. You can do that too.
Yes, so like I said,
Yeah.
you can do a poll on Floodlight, and you can also obviously do a survey, and then that's recorded and tracked and monitored.
Yeah. That's
In the
amazing.
breakout rooms as well.
Oh, breakout
notes.
rooms too.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
you can
Yeah.
also share your screen and share an interactive whiteboard, so you can allow people to also write on the whiteboard.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of tools
That's
as well
amazing.
on Floodlight itself.
Wow, I can't wait to try it out and see. I think definitely it's gonna help my people succeed, because I've been looking for more interactive options like that. So awesome, thank you so much. It looks like Julian, you've had an experience of actually interacting with their software, so to speak. What do you like most about it?
One of the things I've liked about the training, you know, like how you're doing a training, let's say compliance training, and you want to forward so that you can reach the end and pass.
And finish, yeah.
They don't allow you to do that. Actually, they put stop somewhere and ask questions. You have to pass that question before you can move forward.
Wow.
What that means is like you are not actually running through the content.
They want to make sure you understand the material, you
Right.
get the content,
Exactly.
and you're not just trying to rush through to complete.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
that's amazing. That's really good. Yeah, it's good to know those positions actually. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is amazing. Jaden, we're gonna go to South Africa because it's beautiful. We're gonna be going there soon.
Yeah, straight flight.
Actually, I would have loved to go and see Nelson Mandela. I mean, of course, it would be hard to see him, but it would have been.
You can see the island.
Oh yeah. You have an island you named after Nelson Mandela?
Robben Island,
Oh, Robin
where the
Island.
prison is. Well, prison was.
Where he was. Right.
It's got a museum.
Short time.
No man, don't bring that up again.
It was mostly in the house.
It was mostly in the house.
What?
House arrest.
Why? No.
This
You
is
could,
this
it's
one-
just the history. It's part of the history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Probably
the
went to
prison
prison
is still there, and then you learn about
Yeah.
prison.
Oh, some of the prisoners are still there.
No, no prisoners. The prison is there.
The prison is there.
We asked those some guy, but I don't know, there used to be a guy who was a
There's
prisoner.
no longer there.
Oh,
Do
really?
the tours.
There's no longer there.
Oh, so right now it's more like a historical center.
Yeah, and people live on. There's an island, right? Sometimes the seas are too rough for them to get there.
Oh,
But everything is still the same. Like the post office is there and the little store and whatever, because people used to live on that island as well. The people that would run the prison.
Yeah.
They live on
They
the
would
island.
live on the island.
So there's like a school there, a whole lot of houses and shops and stuff.
Man. Nelson Mandela, I think, was one of the funerals that I've ever seen that was attended by most people. Because I think for all the U.S. presidents, is it all of them except for one? All the living presidents were there, except I think I don't know if Bush the father was not able to make it because he was.
Well, Mandela was a very important man.
He was, yeah. He definitely was.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, this was good.
Yeah, nice. You made it like a burrito. I like it. Yeah.
What did you call it?
That one actually looks like the way you made it with the beef. It looks like how do you call it? What's that? Where we?
Taco?
No, but there's a place that where do you get the burritos? What's the name of that restaurant?
Chipotle?
Chipotle. Yeah, he made it look like a Chipotle burrito. You almost got it. The light is on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you have it tilted. It needs to be not tilted actually.
Yeah, right on top.
Yeah, you're almost there, you see?
Yeah, I feel it.
You feel it? You're almost there. Yeah.
So what does that do?
The magnetic field once you get it. Yeah. Let's see, Raymond may get it. Uh-huh.
Has magnets.
Yeah, yeah. You feel the magnetic pull? It's like she's landing on a plane.